Okay, so let's do some polynomial long division. We're going to start with an example. And so our example says, is x plus 4, which is a linear binomial, is that a factor of x squared plus 6x plus 8, which is a quadratic trinomial? Oh, excuse me. All right, so the way that we can find out if it's a factor is by dividing x plus 4 into this quadratic trinomial. So we are going to write it out just like long division, x plus 4, and then x squared plus 6x plus 8. Everybody ready for step number 1? Here we go. See how this is a linear binomial, x plus 4. It has 2 terms. So when we go to divide above our polynomial, we want to go over 2 terms. So we're going to start right here. And the question that we want to ask is, what times x equals x squared? X. So now we multiply. X times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x. Put this in parentheses and subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0. So we don't need to write anything. 6x minus 4x is 2x. Next, we drop the 8, and we go up here and we ask ourselves, what times x equals 2x? Yes, a positive 2. So then we multiply. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 4 is 8. Put this in parentheses and subtract. And it looks like we get remainder 0. So is x plus 4 a factor? Yes. And here's why this is important. Because what we know is that this term, x plus 4, times this one, x plus 2, if you multiply those together, you get x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay? I think we should do another one. Oh, can I slide that up yet? Okay. Is x minus 3 a factor of x squared plus 3x minus 12? The way that we can find out is by dividing. So let's set it up. X minus 3 divided into x squared plus 3x minus 12. Okay. So x minus 3 has two terms, so we go over two terms. And we ask ourselves, what times x equals x squared? X. And now we multiply. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Put this in parentheses and subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0. 3x minus a negative 3x is, well, minus minus is positive, right? So 3 plus 3 is 6x. Drop the negative 12. Then ask, what times x equals 6x? Yeah, we need a positive 6. And now multiply. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Put that in parentheses and subtract. 6x minus 6x is 0. Negative 12 minus negative 18 is positive 6. Is x minus 3 a factor? No, it's not. And what we would do is we would write the answer as x plus 3. See this plus 6? We would write plus 6 divided by x minus 3. Are you ready to try one on your own? Okay. Okay, now I'm going to give you a trick problem here. We'll talk about it before you do the work and do a bunch of unnecessary mistakes. Is x plus 5 a factor of x squared minus 25? Okay. Now, here's how we want to set up. To find if it's a factor, we want to divide x plus 5 into x squared minus 25. But before you write that in pen, for those of you that are using pen, we're forgetting something here. This is a quadratic term, x squared. This is a linear term. No, that's not a linear term. That's a constant term. Where's the linear term? 0. Where's the x term? Let me ask you, do we need one? That's a really good question. So let's say that we had that I was going to give Leah $101. But Leah says the zero's not important, so I'm only going to give her 11. So let me ask you, is the x term important? Yes, it is. So you have to be very cognizant. You have to be very aware. If there is a missing term, you have to put it in as 0. Okay? So now with that being properly set up, try this on your own. Ready, go. All right, so there are two terms. Go over 2. Ask yourself, what times x equals x squared? Miss Ambrose, what is it?
Oh,
Yes, kind of. X times x is x squared, and x times 5 is 5x. Okay, put it in parentheses and subtract. The x squareds cancel. 0 minus 5x is minus 5x. Drop the negative 25. Okay, what times x is equal to negative 5x? Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. Put it in parentheses and subtract. Comes out 0. So is it a factor? Yes. And what that means then, this is the most important part, and this is why we're doing this. It means that x plus 5 times x minus 5 is equal to x squared minus 25. And what you'll notice now is that we have factored form and standard form of a polynomial. Okay, that's the big idea. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to do some more practice together, or would you like the worksheet? Okay, consider it done.